computer might be exposed. You might expose SSH, remote access control for Linux, or other things. To quickly check, you can use the command nmap. So nmap with your targets. Or if you do it on your own computer, you could do nmap localhost. And it will tell you if it is anything exposed. So you'll see here, with this computer, I scanned this one, and with this one, it scanned itself, nmap localhost. It scans itself, and here I did nmap with the target. It can be the network address, the internet address, or the website address. On your own computer, you might just do nmap localhost. And in this case, nmap host or port 22 SSH is opened. SSH is opened. Now with SSH, you can remotely control a computer. So you have terminal access and you can run all kind of commands. We can browse around the Linux system and basically do any kind of system administration on the Linux computer. So opening up SSH on the internet is a terrible idea. Now, if we take a look at the Shodan website, this is a website with basically the search engine of everything. We'll see your Shodan, the search engine for everything, and it's the search engine for the internet connected devices. Now, if we go here and search for SSH, as you see I did, you'll see there are 38 million computers online right now that have this SSH port open. It allows for remote control of the computer. Now, the only thing that's standing in between you and controlling the computer is either the username password combination or the SSH keys. So if you have those, you can log into the computer and remotely control the computer. And you'll see this is around the world. They have lots of computers where that SSH port is open. And it's just remote control of the computer, like here, using the standard Linux commands. So if you want to prevent your own computer from having that open, you want to make sure that the SSH is not running on your computer. So in this case, we can check sudo service SSH status. And with this command, you can check if an SSH server is running, if this remote control is open. You see for this computer, it is active, it is running. You see OpenBSD secure shell server. This allows for remote control in this terminal over it. So for system administration, it can be very useful. You can type the commands remotely, but you have to keep in mind an attacker can do that too if they know the username password combination, or if they have your SSH keys, they can remotely control your Linux computer. So if you find SSH running and you want to stop it, you can run the command sudo service SSH status with stop. That will stop the service. If we check again with status, you'll see it's now inactive, it's dead. Here, open SSH servers, and it's inactive. So we used the command sudo service SSH stop. Now to start it again, if you wanted to have online access, we can do SSH sudo service SSH start. That restarts the service. You can now check it. And you see it's again running, it's active. So now anyone can remotely log into this computer if they have the username, password, or the SSH keys. Now, besides that, SSH is not the only thing that can be exposed to the internet. There are all kinds of apps that can be expose your computer or any computer to the internet. It's SSH, HTTP, so for the web services, and others. For example, if we install Nginx, it's a web service. You see, we install it. Then once it is installed, it exposes a web server, so it allows others to see websites that are on your computer. And we'll see if we take a look at Nginx, we'll see Nginx is now running. And if I do an nmap scan for this services on this computer, you'll see now we have two apps running, two services running. We have this SSH that you saw before and HTTP. Nginx is an application that allows for web pages. That's why you see this HTTP. And you'll see they use a different communication port. So this is port 80 for the web, and this is port 22 for the web. Now the same commands apply. So you can do again sudo service and, for example, Nginx status. You can stop it if you want in the same style, sudo service Nginx stop. And if you check the status, you see it's inactive, it's dead. And if you want to restart it, you can either do start or you can do restart. Both work. So if I do restart and check again the status, you'll see it is again running. For example, people use running Nginx web server on the public internet. And you'll see there's a lot of web servers around the world, 64 million, that are currently, or computers that are running this Nginx software. And this is just on the public internet. So this is not local networks, but just the public internet. and you'll see by country how many web servers are being run. You'll see some of them, they run non-standard ports, so port 80 is the default for the web, 443 is for HTTPS, and you'll see some non-standard ports as well. You'll see some organizations that run them, some product information, and also computer systems. So you see here 4 million Ubuntu Linux servers, but sometimes they use other computer systems for Nginx as well for the web server. And we will see here all the requests. So when we open the website, you'll see it returns Nginx, the date it was opened, and some other information. So you can find which services are running. So now we run it for Nginx, but you saw before SSH and others. You can find a lot of information on Shodan on things that are on computers that have services exposed.